is exercise 39, question 2. We're going to be doing the X factor plus bricks. So it's combining what we've done in previous exercises. So we have an L shape here. So we've got to be concerned about these internal corners. Okay. And then we're going to be, the first question, we're going to be asked to do the spoil, the second the cost. So when we look at spoil, we're going from ground level down. So first of all, I'm just going to calculate the spoil there, 100 and 350, so 450, and converted 0.45. Okay. When we look at our shape, I'm going to label it. So A, B, C, D, E, and F. Now when we look at A, it's 8.9. B, I don't have a figure there, so I've got to do 9.2 minus 3.5. And I'm going to get an answer of 5.7. So B is 5.7. C, we can see up there, is 6.2. D, 3.5. E, we need the figures, so 8.9 plus 6.2 is going to give me my E, so that's going to be 15.1, and F is fine. So now we can actually start. So we've got to do the X factor first. So this is our brickwork plan, and we need a footing plan. So I'm just going to draw the L shape here again. Putting it, because we've got to do our intos and overs after we add our X. So let's find out our X. So X is going to be the width of the footing, so 300, minus 230 the bricks. And we're going to get 300 minus 230 is 70. We're going to divide it by 2, and that gives me 35. So 35 millimeters. So this is the X here of 35. I'm adding 35 on to each length here. I'm adding 35 here, 35 here, 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 and here. Now remembering on the B and C, we don't have to add anything. It doesn't change. The brickwork will stay the same as the footing. So when I look at my my side A, it's 8.9, and I'm adding 35 and 35 is 70. So if I add that, it's going to be plus 0.07. Just remember that is the 0 there. I'm going to get 8.97. So that's my A. B doesn't change, so it's 5.7. C doesn't change, it's 6.2. Now D is 3.5, and we're adding point plus 0.07, so it's 3.57. Our E is 15.1, and I'm adding plus 0.07, so it's 15.17. And then our F is going to be, when we add, it's 9.2, and we're adding 0.07, so it's going to be 9.27. So these are the figures now that we are going to be using when we do our intos and overs to calculate the length of the footing. So this is my footing plan. And I only use it to calculate spoil and concrete. So now when I look here at my spoil, it says we want the volume of spoil to be excavated for the strip and blob footings. Now when I first did this, I forgot my blobs, so be careful with that. Allow 24% bulking. And then in question B, we're going to do the cost of removing the spoil at $40 a metre cubed or part thereof. Now this means, part thereof means we're rounding up to the next whole number. So let's add, let's do our length of the footing now. We're going to do our length of footing. So we've got A. So it's going across and it's going to be 8.97, and I'm minusing my width of my footing here, 0.3. B, I'm coming down and I've got my 5.7 and minus 0 because it's an internal corner. C, I'm going across and it's 6.2, again minusing 0. D, I'm going down and it's 3.5 minus 0.3. E, I'm going across and it's 15.17 minus 0.3, and F going up is going to be 9.27 minus 0.3, and we have to calculate our length. So when we're doing this, we're going to get 8.67, 5.7, 6.2, 3.2, and then the next one's going to be 14.87 and 8.97. So we add all that up and we're going to get 47.61. Now what I tend to do is I write that figure down, then I check my additions again just in case I do a computer or calculator error. So we're getting our volume. So our volume is length times width times depth. So we've got 47.61 times the width of the footing, 0.3. Now remember, we want the spoil depth, 0.45. And that equals, and that's going to give me, when I do that, my spoil is going to be 6.427. Now that is my footing around the outside. So we've done this part, we've done this strip, or the strip footing. We've now got to do the blobs. So actually I'm going to box that one there, that answer, because I need it. So my blobs, we have the same rule, length times width times depth times number of isolated pairs. Isolated pairs. Because that's where the blobs are, supporting the piers. So our length is, so when we're looking at our pier, this is going to be a square base. So it's coming off here, so 0.3. Now some people forget, they're going back here, so times 0.3. Now the depth is the same for the spoil because you're digging the hole in the ground, 0.45. Now, how many isolated piers are there? All we have to do is add them up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 times 19. And when we add that, we're going to get a figure of 0.769. So we need that figure and we're going to total it. So we need the total. Oh, sorry, TOTAL. Sorry. Equals 6.427 plus 0.769, and I will get a figure of 7.1965. Now, we haven't finished yet. We go back to the question and we've got our bulking. 24% times 1.24. So that's going to give me 8.923 meters cubed. Now that's my volume. So that's my answer for A, the volume. Now my answer for B is the cost. And it's telling us we have to round up. So I'm rounding up to 9 meters cubed. 9 meters cubed times the $40. So that's going to give me $360. Yep. Okay. Thank you.